Hello, welcome to Talk a Good Game. It's just finished. Leeds United 2, West Ham United 2. Points are shared at Ellen Road, and I have to say, I'm not sure either set of fan base will be happy with just the 1 point. I don't think either set of fan base should be happy with 1 point either. It was labelled as a must-win game for both teams, and neither of us have won it at the end. A good game for the neutral, I would imagine. Plenty of tackles, a few yellow cards, 4 goals to see as well. But let's discuss the highlights, shall we? Leeds took the lead after 27 minutes through Nonto. Really poor defending. Really poor defending. Such a simple goal for Leeds. I don't know where Craig Dawson is. Well, he's got sucked in by the ball. He's trying to close down Somerville, leaving a huge gap. And I think the expectancy is Somerville moves out onto the left-hand side, but he doesn't. He just flicks it round the corner to Nonto. Lovely little finish. Put Leeds in front. Not great defending from us, but we got, I say, a little bit lucky. We didn't. It was good play, good build-up play by West Ham just before half-time. Scamacca finding Jared Bowen inside the 18-yarder, was brought down by Strick. The game continued, though, and Pablo Fornals, with a horrific effort, he should be putting that one in the back of the net, but he puts it wide of the post. Luckily, VAR gets involved, the referee gets involved, awards the penalty. Fantastic penalty from Lucas Paqueta. I'm not keen on the old stuttered step up, but in terms of dispatching it high into the top corner, powerful, really good penalty from him. I have to say, one thing I liked about that was to see our boys actually doing something for a penalty. I've been quite critical in the past that we just sort of give Ben Rama the ball and just leave him to get intimidated. We let Van Dijk scuff up the spot. Well, today, Thomas Souček's in there, getting Nonto off the penalty spot. Declan Rice is in there as well, trying to help Paqueta, which is really good. It was good to see us just doing stuff like that for a change. Went in 1-1 at halftime, and I felt that I was really happy at halftime because we had just scored an equalizer prior. Had we not done that, had we scored 20 minutes earlier, I would have been very neutral. I felt in the first half there were some good performers in our team, and there's some really bad performers in our team. I think formation-wise, it was working to some extent. I thought we were ordinary. I don't think we were particularly bad. Don't think we were great overall. I felt like a draw was perhaps maybe the right result at halftime. If either set of fan base is going to be unhappy, it's Leeds, given the circumstances in which it conceded the goal. But I felt in the first half, I thought Thilo Kehrer was all over the place. I thought he was dreadful. And I have sympathy when a defender is getting ripped apart by the better player. For example, if Vladimir Coufal got torn apart by Martinelli against Arsenal, you've got to say he's just a bloody good player, Martinelli. He's going to do that to a lot of right backs. But Kehrer was poor without anybody being good up against him. It was his own mistakes. A short back pass to Aguerd, which got nipped in. Superb recovery from Aguerd. Got back in. Last-ditch tackle. Fantastic tackle. And then the ball's rolling out. The ball's going out towards Kehrer to cleave it. And he tries to let it go out for a goal kick. And there's a Leeds player behind him and takes it, puts the ball in the net. And it's just a lot of his errors were down to just his own lack of awareness around him, his lackluster performance. I thought he was horrific in the first 45 minutes. I was surprised to see him come out for the second half. Thought he was really poor. But I thought there was some good performance. I thought Scamacca looked really good in the first half. Got involved in build-up play, set up the chance that we earned the penalty from. Got Cooper in the boot with good play as well. I thought Paqueta and Rice were working quite well in centre midfield. But into the second half, we only had to wait 90 seconds or so, and Scamacca scored to make it 2-1 West Ham. And the funny thing is, they gave him this. They had a loose pass, and Rice couldn't find Scamacca with it. And then Leeds got the ball back. Good pressing, forced the error. The ball got played in too short to the Leeds defence. Teed up Scamacca from 20, 25 yards. And it's a big ask. What are you going to do? He just curls it into that bottom corner. Melly can't see it. Cooper's in the way. Superb finish by Scamacca. And that's what we've been wanting. We've been wanting that bit of star quality from him. And you saw it in glimpses in the first half. I think at times we were playing counter-attacking football, we're playing long ball football. Doesn't always suit him. I think in terms of pressing, he's not the best at it, but he's got that star quality sometimes. And bang, we saw it there. Great, happy days. 2-1 West Ham. But I have to be honest with you, I was very disappointed from then on. I felt like we sat back, and it was, the intention was essentially to defend for 50 minutes almost. We're just going to sit back now and invite pressure on. The substitutions came early for a change, which wasn't great on this occasion. We took Scamacca off and put Antonio on. And I get it. if you wanted to play counter-attacking football, I get that substitution. But the problem is we weren't doing that. We weren't getting up to support Antonio or anything. We were just booting the ball at him. And I was very, very disappointed with how quickly we went defensive. I understand when we're down the bottom table, it's hard. We have to get points. The confidence is low. But Leeds were looking okay in the first half, and that was it. They were looking okay. As soon as we made the subs, as soon as we started to sit back, we basically said to Leeds, come on then, what have you got? And they just came at us more and more and more. And it was just frustrating to watch because I felt like Leeds were there for the taking. And well, we didn't take that opportunity in the end. They made it 2-2 in the 70th minute. It's a very similar error. I think there's two players. I need to watch it back, to be fair. I need to see this go back again. On first instance, I thought, why is Rice not fouled Jack Harrison? Why is Rice not just brought Harrison down here? He has two opportunities. He can bring Harrison down. He doesn't. He gets out the way and lets Harrison do his pass. Gives it to Rodrigo. And funny enough, Rice can also bring him down. But the Harrison one in particular, it's far enough away from goal. Just bring him down. Give away the free kick. You're under pressure here. He's goal side up here. Just get him down. He doesn't. The ball gets moved forward. And again, I don't know where Dawson's gone. Dawson's just disappeared. And this is why I need to see the replay. Because I feel like I want to criticise Dawson. But I feel like I need to see the replay properly before I do. But from memory, Dawson gets drawn to the ball. That pass goes out to Rodrigo and he goes. So when Rodrigo takes that touch, Aguero's out of the picture because he's running the wrong way, and Dawson's out of the picture. He's running the wrong way. It just opens up that space. Lovely finish by him. It's a great finish by Rodrigo past Fabianski to make it 2-2. And from then on, it's just we carved up a half a chance in the last minute there with Rice. Lovely ball out to Ben Rama. Decent enough ball, not quite good enough for Antonio. And then Fabianski is saving us with the point at the end, really. Fantastic save from him. From Rodrigo, he almost saved us. Antonio clearing off the line from Cooper just before that as well. So the Leeds fans will be thinking they were very unlucky tonight, and it's hard to disagree with them. In all honesty, it's hard to say that if Leeds come on, I know Leeds fans are watching this and say we deserve to win. It's hard to disagree with them. I'd imagine they'll be unhappy with the referee's performance. Again, I can understand why, but I have to say Somerville's a very, very lucky boy. I actually liked the game getting nitty gritty. The game, there was a few tackles going in, a few fouls going in, tempers were getting flared a little bit. When the Soufal went in on Somerville thought, I'm giving it a little bit back. I quite like that. And when you're down the bottom of the table, which we both are, you need your team to have a little bit of grit, have a little bit of fierce about you. And both teams had it tonight. And I think Somerville went too far later on with that foul on Soufal, and it possibly should have been a red card. When you look at the injury Soufal has sustained off the back of it, that cut on his knee, that's got to be dangerous play, surely. But when the foul went in and you saw the West Ham bench get up on their feet and stuff, and I thought, here we go at last. This is what I've been wanting to see. I've been wanting to see a little bit of aggression from us, and we had that tonight. And Leeds will bully teams, and Leeds are on their day a good team. But tonight, I didn't really feel like we got bullied. I felt like we stood up for it a little bit, just as much as Leeds did. I thought it was a really good battle at some times on that pitch, and it was pleasing to see. Actually, it was pleasing to see us have a bit of a spine about us this evening. Now on to the overall game. It finished 2-2. Obviously, like I said, two points dropped for both teams. That was a game West Ham needed to win. That was a game David Moyes needed to win. That was also a game that Leeds United needed to win. Jesse Marsh needed to win. And both managers will probably come away okay with the point because they've avoided defeat. But both sets of supporters will come away disappointed that we've only drawn. And I think we should be. I think both sets should be disappointed because each team were there for the taking. I thought formation-wise, 4-3-3. I mean, when the lineup came out, I was a bit confused as to what was going on, why Kerr was playing. Surely, the more I thought about it, I thought, surely he's not playing Kerr left back. It just doesn't make any sense when you've got three on the bench with Johnson, Emerson, and Cresswell. But no, he did play left back, and he was just dreadful. He was really, really poor tonight, Thilo Kerr, from start to finish. Obviously got moved over to the right-hand side when Soufal went off injured. His performance didn't improve. It didn't improve. So I don't understand why he started, and I understand even less why he played 90 minutes. That was poor from David Moyes, that was. Benrahma being dropped was a big call by the manager. Again, frustrating to see. At half-time, I would have liked to have seen Fornals move into midfield in place of Souček, and Souček to come off, or Said Benrahma to go on the left. I don't think Souček had the worst game in the world, though. I thought he put himself about a little bit, but we could have won that game, and we struggled to create anything from open play, really. The amount of chances that we had were half chances, and you can count them on one hand. It's not like we battered Leeds' goal or anything like that. We've scored 2 goals, which is good for us, but one was a penalty, and the other one was a fantastic bit of individual goal. You can't rely on either of those. You can't rely on getting pens. You cannot rely on Scamacca doing something like that every single game. He won't do it. So our lack of chances was evident again today. And you're only going to be able to create so much when one of your better creative players is sat on the bench. And why he didn't start Benrahma was baffling. And I'm still not sure now. You know, he come on the pitch and almost creates a chance at the end. Just the manager got it wrong tonight, as far as I'm concerned. I think the formation was right. I think the personnel was incorrect. And it wasn't far wrong. Let me say that. It wasn't far wrong. I think Dawson's had a poor game tonight. I do. Both goals, I feel like he's at fault for it. I don't think he had a great game. Rodrigo forced Babianski into save maybe 15 minutes before the end, the one he had to tip over. What's Dawson doing? He's just caught. Dawson actually sees Rodrigo making the run and still decides to wander a couple of yards forward and make like a half-arsed attempt at intercepting it that he was never going to do. And lovely ball in from Haddison. Rodrigo was in acres of space. Aguero was busting to get over there to cover for Dawson. I thought Dawson was really poor. But I understand why Moyes picked him. I get it. But Kerr at left back, I'm not having it. I am not having that whatsoever. It was such an unnecessary gamble. Souček, I understand why he played Souček centre midfield. Did I like it? No, but I got it. That we were going to try and put crosses in. We were trying to get something on set pieces. We only had one corner, so that was going to be difficult. But I got the logic behind it. But with Kerr at left back, I just can't even comprehend why he's done it. There's no reason as to why Kerr should have played tonight. And that was before the game. Now the full-time whistle's gone. There's even more reasons why Kerr shouldn't have played this evening. So he's got that massively wrong. Has it cost us a goal or not? Not really. But what it has done is hindered anything going forward down the left-hand side for the 70 minutes or so until Vladimir Suval had to depart the pitch. Really baffling decision by the manager. Like I said, I feel Dawson's at fault for 2. In the middle of the pitch, I thought played well. I thought Paqueta and Rice looked good in there. Paqueta at times, you can tell, is adjusting, is settling in. But glimpses of his flair, glimpses of his passing, doesn't mind getting stuck in as well, which is going to help him. I think if you come to the Premier League, you need to have that about you. And I think he's got it. I think he is up for a little bit of a battle in there. I thought Fornals was okay. Again, glimpses. Can't shoot to save his life, though, can he? Like I said, the penalty, he's very lucky there's a pen because that was an outrageous miss from him. But there was that second half where such a timid effort got rebounded back to him and teed him up perfectly. And it was just a poor, tame effort at goal again. I wouldn't want to rely on Pablo Fornals hitting the back of the net anytime soon from a 20-yard effort. That was poor from him. But like I said, I don't think he had the worst game in the world. I thought he played okay. I would have just liked to moved in field early on and got Benrahma on there. And the problem with Fornals is you're going to compare his attacking output in comparison to what Said Benrahma could have potentially brought in. That's hypothetical. You're just guessing what Benrahma would have done. But like I said, I thought Fornals was okay. Just shooting was rubbish. But the Kerr thing was just baffling. The substitutions, no, I'm not having that. I think Antonio one for Scamacca was too early. And I get it. But if you're going to do that sub, at the same time, you have to do other subs. You can't just make that one substitution of Antonio for Scamacca, which is, well, we're going to switch it now. We're going to do counter-attacking. But you can't do that and keep Fornals on at left wing. You can't do both. You're going to put Antonio on, get Benrahma on as well. Give us a little bit of pace, a little bit of direct players up front. So you've got Bowen, Scamacca. Bowen, Antonio, and Benrahma up front. So you've actually got a bit of a chance on the counter-attack. And I just thought the sub, it just invited Leeds onto us again. I'm not happy. I feel like I should be because there's plenty positives to take from tonight, right? Plenty of players had a good game. we've not got beat. Hallelujah, but it's not good enough. It's not enough. A draw is not enough. We had to win tonight. We needed a win. That's 2 points dropped. Like I said, Leeds fans will be saying the same thing, and so they should, because we are a poor team and we're lacking confidence. We haven't created loads tonight. Leeds have had the better chances. At the start, I said a point was maybe fair. Talking about it, thinking about the chances Leeds have had and the saves Fabianski's done compared to Melee, Leeds deserve to win, probably, actually, just on reflection while discussing it. So, yeah, that's it for me, really. Where do we go from here? We've literally, all we've done is kick the can down the road. We're no better off than we were before the game. We're no better off. We've just wasted, what we have done, though, is we've wasted a game that, on paper at least, was winnable. We were in the lead and we've lost it. We've been too often this season, we've conceded first and then made a go of it. Well, actually, we had the lead today. Now let's see what we do. And the answer was the same. We're going to sit back, we're going to invite pressure on, and eventually we're going to have at least one individual error, which is going to contribute to us conceding a goal. I'm not happy. In a normal season, away to Leeds, a point's a good one. But this is not, I say normal season, arguably it is a normal season for West Ham. In the last, like I said, away to Ellen Road, getting a point is not the worst result in the world. But the problem is the context around it, which is where we are in the league, where Leeds are in the league. And in a point, it wasn't enough tonight. It wasn't enough. Some good moments, good performances, but overall, it's 1 point. It's 2 points dropped. It's not good enough as far as I'm concerned. But if you somehow enjoyed that review, please drop a like on the video by clicking the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to Hammers Chat, and I'll catch up with you in the morning.